Hello my crafty friends, it's Marie from Marie's Vermont Creations, and today I am going to bring you a Slimline card using the contents from the May inspiration box from Brutus Monroe. So I have die cut the popcorn die that came into the kit with some white cardstock. I am going to mask this off, just the top portion, and I am going to color the bottom of this using my Arteza Everblend marker, and this is A411 for the red color. Just using the broad tip of this to get this all colored in. Then I am going to take A8272 and I am going to color in the banner flag. And then I'm going to take some washi tape and flip this over and put all the pieces in and put the washi tape on the back so that it's stuck together. It doesn't have to be perfect, you're not going to see it. So I even didn't manage to lose the little dot for the flag. I thought for sure I'd lost it, but it was still stuck in the die. So I'm going to flip these over and just use some washi tape that I had from my stash. And then the minute I saw this die, I was actually falling asleep one night and I was like, oh, I wonder what it would be like if I used the cotton puff heat stuff. I can't even think right now, that we had gotten a while ago from Brutus Monroe. I think it came in an inspiration box. I could be wrong, but you can buy it separately. But before I do that, I'm going to take some art glitter glue and just put a scrap of white paper behind this because it actually cuts out the popcorn pieces. And so I wanted there to be something I could stick the cotton puff to. So I'm just trimming around so that you can't see any of that backing paper. Again, doesn't have to be perfect, just needed to make sure that the middle section had paper behind it. So then I'm going to take the cotton puff and I'm going to fill in the holes where the popcorn spaces are. It does take me a minute because I haven't used this since Easter, I think, to do cottontails, so I've just got to clean it out a little bit. Once I get it started, I get that all filled in and kind of try to keep it even as possible. I did get some struggle, so I finally took a Kleenex and was able to clean it out. I think I had too much kind of stuck in the nozzle of it, so once I wipe that away and start over, it works much better. So once I get that all in where I want it and looking like I want it, I'm going to take my heat tool and I'm going to heat set this. And once you heat it up, it gets bigger, it puffs up. Not a whole lot, but enough to make a difference, and so that it looks like popcorn on the top of this container. So we're just going to heat that up. I do flip it over and heat it from the back, just making sure that it is dry enough, because then what I'm going to do is take a Simon Hurley ink, which is Over the Moon, and one of my makeup brushes, and I'm going to kind of just pounce it all over this top section. I don't want a perfect blend because obviously popcorn isn't perfect. Some of it's white, especially if you have butter on it, then some of it's yellow, and who doesn't want buttered popcorn? So I'm going to just get that put all over there so that it looks more like butter. I do mask off the red section just to try to minimize getting the yellow all over, which I did get some on there, but it wasn't too terrible. And then I did decide to make this a slimline card because after I watched Cassie Trask's reveal of this card kit, she mentioned it and I thought, oh, that's a great idea. So I will take the yellow pattern, not yellow, it's not pattern, just the plain yellow paper that came in the kit, and I'm going to cut that down and adhere that to my card base. I'm pretty sure it says 7 by 8.5 and scored at 3.5. So it's 3.5 by 8.5, my card base. And then this is 1/4 of an inch smaller. And then I took the popcorn bag from the inspiration box and I have cut that so it's just the front of the popcorn bag. Adhered it to some white cardstock. And then I'm going to adhere this down. These I put down flat with just some tape runner. I am going to take some of the scrapbook adhesive foam squares and pop up the popcorn container and get a bunch of those on there and take off the backing and get that adhered down. Then I take my Tim Holtz stamp platform, and I am going to take the sentiment from the Boardwalk stamp set that came in the inspiration box, and there's a sentiment that says, "Just popping in to say hi." So I wanted to keep this pretty neutral so that I could use it for any occasion. It would also be a great way to give away movie theater passes once the movie theaters are open again. So I did take it and stamp it directly onto my card using some Gina K amalgam ink, and in the end I didn't really love that. So I took a scrap of that yellow cardstock that I have down on top of the base, and I re-stamped it and covered it. I popped it up on some foam adhesive and then put it on there, so in the end photo you can see that. So this is just one of the projects that I came up with using the contents of this kit. I hope that you enjoy it. I am not positive if this is still available. They do tend to sell out really quickly, but separate elements from it may still be available for purchase, so I would check out the Brutus Monroe website if you're interested. And as always, I hope that you have a great day.